Heater control works. All these work. Carplay work. Sunday's weather.
With a high of 78 and a low of 62.
We have 2012 Dodge Charger, customer purchase on Android radio. It comes with the entire bezel, as you can see. Harnesses, microphone, CAN bus module that enables the steering wheel control and audio. Harness manual. Let's see how it is. Alright, so we're gonna remove that entire bezel, obviously. Put some decoration here, get rid of that. Try out the entire bezel. Just pry that entire faceplate out. And disconnect the harnesses behind. So we got the radio out. Take the bottom radio chassis out. Simply pry that out. It should be 7 mils there. Right, so we're going to take the screws out. You can either use a 7 mil or a Phillips screws.
Okay. No heat.
Okay, this Uconnect charger we are working on. Customers' Android radio came with a couple of these adapters, and turned out they are not the right connections. So what we discover is, because it's a Uconnect, it works with heater control, and when you take the radio out, your heater control stops functioning, because the heater control goes through from here over to the Uconnect display, down into the radio, and that's the only way this heater control will work. So here's our plan. Normally we would just unplug this harness here, and new interface harness will connect right here, but unfortunately they are different plug. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. This is the factory harness. On new harness that came with the car, came with the radio, Android radio. This big heavy gauge black wire is a ground. Looking at this release tab on the top, that's the ground on the right hand side. And this red white wire on the other end, that is a constant power. The rest is all speaker wires. I'm going to show you online what's what. It's not amplified. So the harness that we have, not only is a different shape, but also the plus and minus side is reversed. So we couldn't use that. It doesn't plug in, and none of the colors match. Cannot be done using that harness. So here's our plan. You're still going to have a factory radio put back in along with the Uconnect module and the heater control in order to make the heater control function. So we're not touching this. We're going to put everything back the way it's supposed to be. We're going to cut speaker wires from back of the radio, but not the power, not the CAN, because they need to be intact to the factory harness, factory radio, because that also control heater control. All right. So our plan is to make the audio working by cutting all the speaker wires from the back of the radio, connect them to the new Android radio harness. So those speaker wires will be connected. It's not amplified. It's going to be direct connection from the back of the radio, new radio, over to speaker wires. But you're still going to have power CAN bus connections on the back of the original factory radio, so you can have a heater control back in place. That's what we're going to do. It does not have ignition, so we're going to grab the ignition from the fuse box. It probably have a CAN wire here on the back of it. We measure it usually around 2.7 volt or so. We found two wires that measures about 2.7. So that's, I believe, is a white and blue wire. So once we are done connecting this power and a speaker wire, make the radio working, we're going to play with the CAN wire to see if we can get the car information on new radio. If it doesn't work out, then we're not going to worry about the CAN bus high and low. We need to extend all the wires because they need to go from back of the radio, speaker wires, from back of the radio up to the top. So we're going to use a little extension cables for the speaker wires, ground, constant ignition wire. Alright, so I'm going to find the ignition. There's a lighter plug below the radio, obviously. I got test light, turning the ignition on. That's a 12 volt ignition, so we're going to use that as a power source. Alright, so recap of what we are doing here. Since this harness doesn't fit on a new radio, we are cutting the speaker wires, extended. We're going to put it up further, but we are not disconnecting the main harness of the factory radio because that controls the heater control and need to be intact. So we are just taking the display part, disassemble. This is too big. The bezel is too big. You cannot put it behind because that's going to hit. So what we are doing is we're going to disconnect all the components. We don't need these side buttons because that's just the switch for the fan speed and all that, which we don't need because the fan speed and temperature gauge is down here. So we're going to put this display part, disassemble, get rid of that plastic bezel, it's too big. And then you still got to connect back all the harnesses behind the display part of it. This will fit behind a little cubby right here. So it still has the display part of it, which is not useful because they're not going to see it, but at least they have a manual heater control here, and he can still control. He doesn't know what temperature he's at, but by feeling the air coming out of the vent, he'll know whether it's AC or heat and can adjust the blower motor speed by using dial. That's the only option I can come up with. If anybody come up with a better solution, let me know. So we are ready to test out. Before we run the ignition wire to the lighter plug, we decide to connect the CAN wire. I'm going to show you what's what. The blue and white wire on about the middle part of the plug. There's a blue and white wire. those are CAN wire. We measure with a voltmeter. That's 2.4, 2.7 volt. So we know those are CAN wires, and those gets connected to the CAN wire behind the radio. I'm going to show you. That is these two green wires of the CAN bus module right here. One's a CAN high, one's a CAN low. Since they are same color wire, you're gonna kind of have to take a chance and see if the ignition comes on. So we just connect it one way, it didn't come on, we reverse that. Once we have done that, the ignition came on. So we know we got the right CAN wires. So once you have a CAN wire connected correctly, the CAN enables the power for the ignition of the radio. And that also gives you car information. We have door open on both sides. It shows the door open. So that's good. So not only it gives you power for the radio, but it also gives you car information on the face of the radio as well. Let me see what else it does. Settings. Alright. Put all this. It doesn't have anything, so. Alright, so everything factory has to be plugged in. So you go to the car information center. So you go to car setting, car info right here. So car settings, AC. So if I'm doing the heater control, so it shows the car information here, which is good. Now we got to change that to the Fahrenheit. How do we do this? We gotta go to the set, maybe. Alright, so here's what you're gonna do. Go to settings, factory settings. The code is 8888. Hit OK. And you go to top right corner, protocol. And you gotta scroll down all the way down to temperature. Where are you? There's a temperature unit right here, and you're gonna put to Fahrenheit. So when you do this, car set, it should give you from Celsius to Fahrenheit. So that works. So everything works. So you can do heater control from here, or heater control from manual one as well. You can control it from here, the AC on and off, everything works. So the CAN bus, which is connected to blue and white wire here, that gives you car information for the heater control. A few people ask me, will that heater control work? I didn't think it would, but once we connected the CAN wire correctly, this came back on. So you can bury that factory display behind the radio part, and you still get the car information up here.
A month, so you can
태국
3025. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection.
Z-Link is the CarPlay or Android Auto. Go to Bluetooth and pair that. Weather. No mic.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Weather. I think there's a mic.
Currently in Union, it's 90 degrees and mostly cloudy. Today, it'll be cloudy, with a forecasted high of 91 and a low of 70.
You have to remove the air vent from the original bezel and put it onto the new one. I said we're going to put the display module, the Uconnect module there, and I'm going to put dynamic behind it just to secure in place. This is still not plugged in. Take all these metal locking clips off from the original one, put it to the new one, so it's secure into the dashboard.
This. Okay.
Auto control works. All these work. CarPlay work. Sunday's weather.
With a high of 78 and a low of 62.
All working.